Hi there, cats. My name is Chris Folgers from the Netherlands, and I would love to tell you a bit of my story and my discoveries and my experience I've had since I discovered the Oerlinde book, which is pretty significant, I can tell you. I will do it in the shortest matter of time possible, but it will take a few minutes, I guess. Anyway, 2019, I started my channel. This is actually the 5th channel because I've been shadow banned and constantly being sabotaged. But anyway, 2019, I started this channel for the haan, and it's the rooster, you know, and it's for exposing the hidden elites of our world. It was a conspiracy exposing channel. It became very popular during the COVID-19 pandemic, you know, and it became pretty big in Holland. Holland is not so, the Netherlands is not a very big country or whatever. And my channel was in the frontier of the battle against the government anyway. In 2020, my mother passed away. And okay, well, two weeks after my mother passed away, I had an incredible paranormal experience in my life. It was the most important day of my life. I will never forget it. But I suddenly became very clairvoyant, and I was asked to accept a mission or not. And of course, I accepted it. And it was a mission regarding exposing the truth, of course, but it was the truth. The truth was that the world is coming to an end. I have to tell everybody I can reach about this, and it's a pretty difficult concept to explain, so it beholded the explanation of very difficult concepts. Anyway, I've been chasing my highest truth ever since, and I came across some very interesting things because my channel was pretty big and became pretty big. It had more like I had 50k views for every show, and it was a discussion thread, and it was a music program. It was all kinds of things combined. Anyway, this channel, I also became aware of some kind of sect or cult here in the Netherlands, which was built completely around me, and they were trying to lure me into all kinds of dramatic situations in which they could ultimately arrest me or something, or try to bring me down in some kind of oppressive way in which they could use me as a puppet or whatever. Anyway, all those intelligence operations failed, of course, because I saw it coming from far away, and I stayed true to my heart and to the highest truth, which is honesty and, you know, be fair. Anyway, because of this sect, I was fully focused on exposing this sect or cult, because I always called it the Frisian cult, because all my opponents came from the province of Friesland here in the Netherlands. But I've been doing this investigation now for a couple of years now, and especially the Friesland thing about 1 or 2 years ago now, about 1.5 years ago. But the interesting thing is this, because first I became aware of the existence of the lost island of Friesland, you know, from the Hyperborea area, which is of course a fairy tale, not even a fairy tale, it's just not true. We cannot speak about it or talk about it. Of course it's true. But after that, I became aware of the Oerlinde book. And I also started to talk about this in my show, about the Oerlinde book. And people were very interested. And in the same week that I came with the information about the Oerlinde book and about the island of Friesland or whatever, there was Jan Ott. And Jan Ott, with his own book, it was an English translation of the Oerlinde book. It came out in the same week I discovered it or something. But I discovered the old version, you know, the original version. And I never read Jan Ott's version, because when I watched Jan Ott's interviews, I thought, this is a crazy situation. This guy doesn't even believe the Oerlinde book is even true. And it also seems that he doesn't knows much about it, because I read it like 2 times in that period, and I already could identify some of mistakes he obviously was making or not mentioning or whatever. I had a strange feeling about this, but the most definite thing for this strange feeling is that eventually this guy ends up at Viva Valentine, the little clip you showed on your own video about this, where he was interviewed by a Dutch podcast. But that's also the same podcast in which the people who are watching my show are also watching this completely controlled opposition show, Viva Valentine. I also watched it sometimes, sometimes not. But anyway, I thought it was very, very, how do you say? It was very telling that I saw his face on a show like Viva Valentine, because Viva Valentine doesn't have to do anything with history or lost Frisian history or whatever. Nobody ever heard of the Oerlinde book in the Netherlands before I stumbled upon it, and since then there has been a effort to gain as much content with the Oerlinde book or whatever. It's completely controlled, as you already indicated or stated yourself. But regarding the book, this is also very interesting, because I've made a couple of interesting discoveries about this book, and it is regarding the names mentioned in the Oerlinde book, which are translated wrong, because I am Dutch for myself, and Westflyland, Westflyland is actually West-Friesland. West-Friesland is the province of North Holland, the province I live in. And not even that alone, there is a lot of translations that are wrong. But I have a few smoking guns and a few very good evidences. It's about, there is a piece in the Oerlinde book where they speak about the Marsaten. And now you of course know it. And the Marsate is placed somewhere above the Rhine. Okay, but where is the Rhine? Behind me there is a map of the 17th century, I guess it was, and it was a map showing the original Roman settlements or layout of the area as it was back then. If it was like it was known. Anyway, sorry, one moment. Anyway, I asked the AI computer, where is the Marsaten? Because I was studying old maps, and I also recognized the word Marsaten from the Oerlinde book. But I can trace back Marsaten on this map. But if I ask for example, an AI bot, if Marsaten is a Dutch region or a coastal region or whatever, then it says no, of course not. It's not even the same culture. It's not even the same area or whatever. But I can show you it is, because on this map you have to turn your head a bit. But Marsaten is here at the coast. Marsaten, and how do I know this also? Because there is also a quote in which this is mentioned with the words of let's see, whatever. Oh yeah, well, anyway. Oh, here. Sorry. The Marsaten, those are people. They live on the lakes. Their houses are built on poles, and I believe that in the Oerlinde book, Marsaten is called Switzerland or whatever, because in the Oerlinde book, Twiskland is Germany, but Germany isn't. It's Geertmanenland, Germania. Twiskland is actually the area around my hometown. My hometown is Purmerend. It's near Amsterdam, and the area between Amsterdam and Purmerend is called Twiske. But I can verify my best evidence is this, because in the there is also mentioning Alkmaar. Alkmaar is also nearby, and there's also Medeasblik. That is medemblick. This is also nearby, but it will get better. It will get better because Waraburg. My biggest discovery, Waraburg, there's also mentioning on the writings on the wall by Forana, I believe, or Vesta, it was Vesta, and she said she was writing about the Waraburg was not a Bergmaiden thing. It was a place where they kept all the treasures and that the sea people or the seafarers brought back from the journeys. And I was thinking about that, and of course I am aware of this stolen history of this Frisian empire, this worldwide empire the Frisians once had, and I'm aware of this being stolen. And then I was Waraburg means something of worth, where you put your safe or something, or the vault. Anyway, because Lindaorden was first, or Lindaham was first called London, I thought, there's something to do with that, because London is also the financial district, of course. But in old times, Amsterdam was the center of the world. And of course, this is a scam of the Batavians, which defeated the lost Frisians or whatever. But I believe that Amsterdam is actually the old place of alderga, what is called alderga in the OLB, and Waraburg is the financial, or the palace on the dam square, and that is exactly the place where we see all kind of relics from around the world. We also see, of course, Minerva and Neptune standing on the frontier. And anyway, there's also a quote from the Orlinda book about Knave Teunis, Tinus of Teunis, and he finally he came back from his journeys, and he wasn't allowed to land at Leeuwarden, or wasn't allowed to land at Denne. But Denne is marken, that's a place in the ijsselmeer, it's nearby in the ijsselmeer, and that's also, of course, where Friesland is connected with, and all the battles and it was indeed a very busy area, and they also found like hundreds of shipwrecks in the ijsselmeer, because this was the old passageways for coming and going of the ship people. Anyway, Waraburg or Stavia is actually my hometown, maybe. And Flyland is Friesland, Westflyland. From Tunis. Tunis eventually he wasn't allowed to land anywhere, and so he started robbing the land areas during the night, and during the day he was sailing around the ijsselmeer. But he eventually settled and formed a volksplanting, Kadik of kadijk. Kadijk is next to Purmerend. That's a little village, Kwadijk. This is the old area of which is being discussed in the Orlinda book. This is all those places are here nearby, are around me, or around Amsterdam, because Amsterdam was the old alderga, the hometown of the main town of the Orlinda book family. And speaking about the family, this is also crazy, because the family is nicknamed over the Linde. And this is also a thing that they mention themselves. They are nicknamed over the Linde. But among themselves, they call themselves, in the first instance, in the oldest instances in the book, they call themselves aanhangers, the part of, or something like that. But later on, it became followers, volgers, and that's my name. My name is also volgers. But the only difference is that my name is with an F, but if I put my name in a Frisian translator, it means the same. And also my heritage is around Twiskland, around Amsterdam alderga, and I can trace back my old family heritage back to Groningen and Friesland. So I might be somehow related to the actual family or family line of the Orlinda book people discussed. So anyway, I also had another photo. Oh, good. One moment. So this was next to the Waraburg in Amsterdam. Dam Square you should check it out. Anyway, alderga is probably the area around Amsterdam and is called waterland. And this is also there's also another place. It's all around here. So let's see. But do I have to mention something? Well, no, I guess. Yeah, well, I guess this is it for now. I made some incredible discoveries, and I'm discussing about or talking about these discoveries for daily in my show when I go live or whatever. So, but that's in Dutch, of course. But I will also make some English documentaries about this. Anyway, if you would like to talk sometime, I'll be open for a discussion or anything about it. I've been listening and watching your videos ever since I became aware of the Oorlinde, and I also had the same question marks regarding a few of the Oorlinde presenters. But I think we're on the same page. I wish you a very good day.